Hello. Today I wanted to share with you something that is unique and new for me. Many of you may have seen that before, but I want to take the opportunity to show you and point it out to you and kind of just take a closer look at this so that if you ever see it, you'll be able to recognize it or maybe have a better eye in looking for it. Today we had this gentleman come in, and his chief complaint was tooth number 19 just didn't feel right. He had a root canal done a year ago. And when we have patients like that, our standard protocol is we take a PA and we go ahead and take a scan. We don't take the PA and then determine the scan. We take the scan, then take the PA, and that way we can have a closer look at everything. We didn't find anything on the scan on tooth number 19. We didn't see any fractures. We didn't see any major issues, any bone losses, anything that really gave us any area of concern. So at this stage, we're just going to be on a holding pattern for the patient. But in during looking for at tooth number 19 closely, I did notice something, an unusual anatomy, and I wanted to point that out to you. So here we can see on the patient's right-hand side the inferior alveolar nerve exit. But on the and I didn't notice this in the beginning. I only noticed it after we went through the volume. But on the patient's left-hand side, if you notice, there is an exit, a foramen here, but this is an unusual place. It's right below the first molar, and typically we'll see these things around the premolars area. And then you'll also notice there may be a second one right here. So what happened was this particular patient actually had two foramen on the left-hand side. So I want to go through and kind of, what happened was I was going through tooth number 19, kind of like this, and then I noticed right here, let me go backwards a little bit. So we're in the edentulous area of number 18, and as we're moving backwards, we can see the nerve canal right here, and boom, right there, there's a foraminal exit. Right there, right in the the molar area. And then as we go forward, you'll see a light one show up right there. So we have an exit right here as well. So here is one exit, and then if I go backwards, here is the other exit. I just found this a little unusual. I haven't, quite honestly, hadn't seen it before. And in fact, if we go here to the axial view and take a closer look here in the axial view, here, you see if I can get rid of these yellow lines. They're not going to go away, so let me just go over here. So in the axial view, if we take a closer look, you'll see right here, if we take a look right in here, you will see a foraminal exit right here where your mental foramen would normally be. But as we continue to go down, you'll also see, if you now pay attention right here, you will also see another exit right there. So that was quite interesting. And then if you take a closer look here in the 3D view, you can see the foraminal exit there and then another one right there. Whereas on the patient's right-hand side, you just see this one right there. Another nice tool is if we go to the surface mode, or if we right-click and go to the surface mode, we can come right here and see this as well. Now, real quick, while I'm at it, I might as well go over one more thing. Right here in the configure display mode, so if we, let me do that again slower. If we right-click and go configure display mode, we can actually change a threshold so you can see these things show up a little bit more or less. So if you ever get something and you can't quite see it, you can adjust this threshold right here so that you can see things a little bit better. So there we go. So hopefully this was helpful. I had personally never seen this before. And thank you very much and have a wonderful day.